All right, well, good evening. It is the Bulletin Man. Today is Veterans Day, so happy Veterans Day, November 11th, 2009, and we do appreciate you stopping by the Bulletin Man Video Broadcast on such a fine day. It was a beautiful sunny day here in mid-Missouri, and we do appreciate the great weather, 60-something degrees, a little chilly, but the sun was shining. I had my big bulletin shades on today and my hat on, and it was all good, and appreciate everybody who was nice to the Bulletin Man today. I saw a few people, and they were really nice and really friendly to the Bulletin Man. I did not hear from the Festus Police. I thought for sure after that last video, Detective Lassing from the Festus Police would call me and let me look at that videotape, or they'd be posting the videotape of that incident up on Lee Avenue. What happened up there on YouTube, of course they'd be posting that, but I guess the allegations are true. You know, the Bulletin Man rule of no reply. If you don't reply to my allegation, I assume it is true, and it will stand as fact here in the court of Bulletin Man, or the court of Bulletin Land. Had some notes today and about Mr. Leffert. Now, I promised you on Monday that we'd be having more expose on Matt Leffert. Now, I got someone responded to the 10:30 video broadcast. Vanessa was her name, saying that Matt was a good guy, that Matt was all kosher and he was righteous and he wouldn't go out and steal from anyone. And I want to believe the best in people. You know, this Bulletin Man's a positive fellow and wants to think positively about people, especially bondsmen. But I made a few phone calls, and it turns out that Matt Leffert, Leffert, MattLeffert.com, or budgetbailbonding.com, I think is his website. He is indeed a shyster. I spoke with Mr. Block today, and he is into Mr. Block for quite a few thousands of dollars. He owes Mr. Telly some money, about $8,000. And Mr. Block is going to give me more information in the morning about Mr. Leffert, but I did talk to Bob Block Sr. today, and also did some digging too, and found out that in April of 2005, Mr. Leffert revoked some fellow's bond and ended up with a 1998 Harley Davidson worth about $17,000 for the grand sum of about $2,500 bond. Now, folks, you got to be real careful when you get bonded out, because some of these bondsmen will revoke your bond and take your money and leave you sitting in jail, and Matt Leffert appears to be one of those fellows. Now, there's a big investigation going on this week in Jefferson City, or I think it's actually happening in Springfield, but there is the Division of Insurance and Finance, and they are having this big bail bondsman summit. And they're looking into allegations, and we're going to forward these allegations to the Division of Finance. But it's hard to believe that Mr. Leffert, still being what they call a general agent, he posts a bond with the state of Missouri, and the state of Missouri still allows him to operate, even though he has judgments against him and criminal charges pending against him as well. So we're going to be calling the Missouri Division of Finance and Insurance Regulation, bail bonds regulators, the bounty hunters people, or whatever you want to call them, and figure out what the heck's going on with that. And we've got to have some integrity in the court system in the bail bonds business. And we're going to have more information for you as soon as I know more. But indeed, Mr. Leffert is a crook. Stay away from him. Stay away from his bail bonding agency. And he also owes a guy named Rick Adams some money. He has got criminal charges that are like sitting in orbit in Warren County as well. And Rick Adams had him arrested in Warren County. He also stole from Cody Ice and Jerry Cox as well. So Mr. Leffert has quite a bit of reputation, and we just wanted to share that along with the viewing public, all my Bulletin Man viewers, and I do appreciate you stopping by and checking out what I got to say about Mr. Leffert. What else is going on in Jefferson County? Still don't know who the shooter was down there at the nursing home, where the guys who put 7 slugs in the old man down at the nursing home. And so we still have a total blackout, but I'm getting some information now So it's going to make Bulletin Man's life a little easier. I'm making a few contacts with some folks who got some inside information about the Jefferson County Jail and the goings-on thereof. And Mr. Boyer, I look to be either indicted or resigned before the end of the year. 2009 is the end of the line for Oliver Glenn Boyer. I can just see it coming. It's also the 2000 line is the end of the line for the folks in Crystal City. I can see that coming. It could be the end of the line for the folks in Festus as well. I've got some information concerning Mr. Breeze and more monkey business in Festus, and I hope to have more to share with you on Friday. Also got some big exciting news about Bulletin Man's pirate radio station. I'm in the process of trying to put together a pirate radio station. We're going to have a mobile radio station and broadcast throughout the county, kind of like on the run. I noticed there's a new movie coming out called Pirate Radio about these folks in England. They bought a ship and went offshore back in the 60s, and it's supposed to be a true story. And so we're Bulletin Man's Rebel Radio or Pirate Radio could be coming to a town near you real soon, and I look forward to that. And, you know, Bulletin Man was born to broadcast. That is my degree. I went to the Broadcast Center in 1989, graduate of the world-famous Broadcast Center, and of course they can't put me to work. They can put everybody else to work. That's their big claim to fame. Oh, we'll give you a job. But you know what? They never got me a job. They got me one job in Valparaiso, Indiana. But that's how I got the Bulletin. That's how I started the whole Bulletin, because the folks at WAKE in Valparaiso, Indiana were doing something called the Bulletin. So Bulletin Man got his Bulletin start down that way. I love you. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out the Bulletin Man. And as always, I ask you to tell a friend about the one and only Bulletin Man if you would. See you later. Bye-bye.